2K Sports for Wednesday night action in the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. And here in January, a few teams starting to solidify their spots in the power rankings. Others not so much. Taking a look at Cleveland. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And checking out New York, they weren't supposed to be this effective at this point in the season. The question now is, can they sustain it?
So the New York starting five, we've got Mitchell Robinson. Towns is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Brunson in at the point. And for Philadelphia, George is out there with Oubre. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then there's Maxey. And it's McCain in at the 2 spot. We're only around halfway through this very long season, GA. This is when the grind, I think, really kicks in.
Yeah, you think about the physical and mental toll this game takes on you. And I miss being out there, but, man, I tell you, it can be a grind.
Now, here's Maxey. Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. Robinson pulls it in. Hard against Maxey. Here's Brunson. Right side Towns. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Bridges kicks to Towns. Clock at 6. Pass to Hart. The shot from 20 feet away. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. They came away with the victory in the last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
Just a terrific job closing that game out. And in the end, it turned out to be a relatively comfortable win.
You know, so crucial when you have someone on the ropes. Keep them there. Stay in complete command. Avoid those crucial mistakes. That is well done.
Not a ball stopper on the wing. Bridges with the help.
Here's McCain. 11 points for him in that last game against Oklahoma City. That one's in. His first shot this game.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Brunson after the Sixers pick up 2. Pass to Bridges. Good D by Embiid. Poked loose. Bridges kicks to Towns. Now here's Brunson. In the corner, it's Bridges. Offensive rebound. Tries again. And Towns lays it in. Towns has got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, you love to see Towns mix it up a little bit. Gets his team a bucket on the second chance.
Robinson against Embiid. And George kicks to Oubre. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
And you can tell right there, the defense is totally fine with him shooting that. That's not his game.
And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking. I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
And with the moment, let's check out some stats for Oubre. How his last 10 games have gone. He's averaging 8 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. I mean, the numbers aren't bad on their own, but he knows that he can help this team in a bigger way.
And sometimes it comes down to the flow of the offense. One night it's your night, another night perhaps it's somebody else's.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. 76ers moving the ball around. Here's McCain. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
We know, Doris, that Towns might already be one of the best shooting bigs ever.
But, Kevin, he flat stated and called himself the best shooting big of all time. He has an argument because not only has he shot the ball incredibly well from deep, even as his volume has gone up, his efficiency stays the same. This is a gifted offensive post player.
And Towns drops them both. Doris, the way this Knicks roster was put together, they have a great level of physicality.
Kevin, if you think about it, with the way the rules are starting to trend back toward that level of physicality, they've got an opportunity to be successful. They also have a big-time star in Jalen Brunson, so there's a lot to like about the future.
Drops in the tray.
Boy, this is an area of his game that he has stepped up from his entry point into the league. Kelly Oubre is got to be taken seriously from downtown right now.
Now here's Brunson. Last game out, we saw him pour in 42. Towns against George. 4 on the clock. Puts up a deep 3. George with the defensive effort. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. It's a 3-point game. And he comes up with the deuce.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
I caught up with Coach Nick Nurse, who talked about facing a point guard like Jalen Brunson, and he told me Jalen's got a great sense for angles and knows how to attack if anyone's out of position. We have to stay disciplined on defense. Of course, Brunson will be the focus of their attention tonight. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's Maxey. After the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. Maxey with the screen on Towns. George looking over the floor. Oubre for 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Now, he's got NBA range. There's no doubt about that. Oubre with 3-and-D ability on the wing.
Maxey against Brunson. Over to the left wing. Towns wide open. Off target with his 3. Philadelphia's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team. Shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. Miles McBride's checked in for New York. And he makes both free throws.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Brunson against Maxey. GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
So he gets them both. And Doris, what a breakout for the guard Jalen Brunson these last couple seasons.
Kevin, I think what's taken a lot of us by surprise is how capable he is in being the center point of an entire offense. And not only as a scorer for himself, but involving all the guys around him. Truly an incredible transformation. Absolutely tenacious guys. Stuck right on him defensively, bothered that shot.
Bridges attacking. Can't hit the reverse layup. 76ers have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Oubre on the wing. Defended by Bridges. Here we go, one-on-one. And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line. That one on George.
Boy, the maturation of Brunson is really special. This guy, phenomenal as scorer and facilitator.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And from the line thus far, how about 83% on the season? Outstanding.
That misses, so he splits the free throws.
Well, because Jalen Brunson's such a terrific decision maker, you can tell how confident and comfortable this team is when he runs the offense.
Now, here's Oubre, coming off a stellar performance against Oklahoma City.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's McBride, offline with his 3. 76ers trailing. Outside, George. To the inside. Here's Maxey. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Bridges attacking. Doris, when you think of Mikal Bridges, what comes to mind?
The fact that he is available almost every single night, that you can count on him to bring great defensive intensity. He's become a legitimate threat from three-point territory, and now all of a sudden he's adding some ball skills. Mikal Bridges gets better every single year.
And the 76ers making a change here. Jackson's checked in.
Well, what you love about Mikal Bridges is he is going to accept whatever his coaches and team ask of him. This is what's allowed him to be successful.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Here is the list of players with the most boards in the league this month. The NBA's leading rebounders. 3rd is Joel Embiid.
He must be spending a lot of time in the weight room because he's shown such strength under the basket.
Stolen by Brunson. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Boy, you see the savvy and the activity of Jalen Brunson defensively, just causing havoc right there.
Jackson dishes to George. Pass to Oubre. George with the screen on Bridges. Oubre, no one around him. The 76ers again can't hit it. And he drives in. McBride's shot is off. The 76ers trail by 5. Here's McCain. Pass to Embiid. Will it go? No good that time. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Here's McBride. Great D that time from Oubre.
That's some outstanding on-court awareness there. Just a terrific change of shot.
George with no one around. Off target from three-point range. The Knicks leading by 5. Bridges passes to McBride. To the middle. And then Robinson slams it in.
Oh, boy, 7 foot and athletic. That is spectacular by Mitchell Robinson.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. The 76ers shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. Bridges finds Brunson. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Now George. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Oklahoma City. Jackson setting the pick here for George. Sinks the triple.
The triple has been a major part of Paul George's arsenal. This guy has got the size to get it off.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. The Knicks making a switch here. Lights checked in. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Kelly Oubre.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
Now, here is Robinson. His last outing, he had 8 points. Brunson the pass to Towns. And here is Wright. From the arc, it's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. They trail by 7. Pass to Grimes. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Looking at Philadelphia, they took the win in their last game against Oklahoma City.
And let's check out some of the numbers here on Karl Anthony Towns. He's been dominant over the last month, getting around 24 points per, 17 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you talk about defensive presence, he's the real difference maker on that end.
Yeah, he's always somewhere around the ball, finding ways to help his team by shutting down the opponents.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Brunson.
Man, they are just living at the line.
The 76ers trail by 9. Outside Butler. Butler is screen on right. Grimes passes to Jackson. From outside, off the mark. New York's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Brunson against Butler. Pass to McBride. It's right on the wing. Clock at 4. New York needs to get off a shot. McBride's shot is off. Philadelphia shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. And yes, it's good.
Yeah, Grimes has the frame to work down low. I like when he gets inside.
There's a minute 40 left to play in the first. Brunson against Butler. Over in the corner, McBride. And here's Jackson. No scoring in this one. That's a 2 from Towns. Over in the corner, McBride. And again, New York turns it over.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
Here's Butler. We've got 1:08 left to play in the first quarter. Shot by Grimes. No good.
And, Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Now here's Towns. 8 points for him. New York moving the ball around. Just 5 to shoot. Over in the corner, McBride. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That is his first foul of the game.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
The 76ers trail by 10. 35 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Grimes, guarded by Wright. He lobs it up.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Brunson with it. 7 points in the game. Six to shoot. Over in the corner, McBride misses the three. And so it's the New York Knicks holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here, the hustle stats for New York.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
The Knicks leading by 8. Here are the 5 New York has to start here in the second. They've got Achua. Cameron Payne is out there with Miles McBride. Then it's Bridges. And it's Okporti in at the 5. Bridges kicks to Payne. Back to Bridges. Here's the teardrop. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Back to Butler. At the top of the key, Embiid. Over McBride. Got a hand on it.
That's a tremendous defensive read by Achua. Send it back.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. And I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
I know you and I agree. They do, David. Thank you very much. Here's Grimes. After New York gets the 3, 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Jackson's got his first 3 points of the game. Greg, you look at today's point guards. So many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
Achua finds McBride. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Wright. Now, while we've got a moment now to see this year's three-point contest and how it's shaping up, let's take a look at some of the top candidates emerging as we see here some players who are likely to make the final cut.
Not too shabby of shooters on this list, Kevin. You got to love the advancement and really the evolution of the three-point shot in today's game.
Look at George. There are a few players ahead of him in the voting, but if he holds on to his spot at number 5 on that list, he'll have a place in the three-point contest waiting for him.
And if anything, I bet he moves up the list. I mean, how could you not have this fella taking part in this contest? He'll be there.
And we'll keep you posted as we find out more and as we get closer to the three-point contest once we have our final list of official contestants.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive. That's the one thing we all know. We've got an incredible group of long-distance shooters in this league right now.
Bridges, the rebound by Yabusele.
I'll tell you, his shot is just lost right now. There's just no consistency. Amazing that they're still up in this basketball game.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And, you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
I really don't think there's a more impactful player in the league. Even on nights when his stats don't show it, Embiid changes everything when he's on the floor. And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels them.
Now here's Embiid. This game he had 28 points.
And how about the poise from Embiid? Gets fouled, but stays with the shot and able to get that one in the air.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. And the second free throw, good. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Here's McBride, defended by Butler. Now here's Payne. Down low, shot clock at 5, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Pass to Butler. Here's Grimes. Now Embiid, Payne covering. But on that shot, with that, the Knick lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Embiid.
It's just so tough to knock Embiid off the block. That's his territory.
Here's McBride, defended by Butler. And Embiid with the block. Now the 76ers on the break, and the foul called on Cameron Payne. That is his first foul of the game.
And still early in the period, and they're only one foul away from being over the limit.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And there's the call on Miles McBride. That's his first foul. Here's McCain, defended by McBride. Shoots. McCain's shot is off.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Payne gets a wide open look. Sinks the three-pointer. Payne's got 6 here in this quarter.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
George passes to Embiid. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Mikal Bridges picks one up.
And we know how good Embiid is at drawing fouls, especially in the painted area. He welcomes the contact.
And New York making a change here. Towns is checked in.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
McBride passes to Achua. The dunk by Achua.
Just tremendous concentration by Precious Achua. You can't play defense any better. That's just great offense.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. It's a 10-point game. Up top, Embiid, defended by Towns. The strength of Embiid on display. Knicks have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Pass to Bridges. And here's Towns. A three-pointer, no good. Jackson, that's a two-pointer. The Knicks pull it in. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see their frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
I thought they were outworked and outplayed in just about every phase of the game. Maybe that's one of those situations where you say, hey, let's move on.
So it's Philadelphia now, following the score by New York. Abu Zayle kicks to Embiid. Pass to McCain. Shot clock at 6. Back to Embiid. Three-pointer. Great touch from 3 from Embiid.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
And there's the call on Miles McBride. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Oh, great defense. They anticipated the play and got there first.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Oubre's checked in for Yabusele, and Maxey subbed in for Jackson. And a switcher also for New York. Brunson's checked in. George passes to Maxey. Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. Embiid punches it down.
And keeping that head on a swivel, Maxey anticipating his man to be there off that pick and roll and delivers a nice dime.
Here's Brunson. 7 points in the game. Pass to Towns. Now here's Bridges. And Hart has it in the corner. Drills the three-pointer. Hart's got his second bucket tonight.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
The 76ers trail by 8. Maxey kicks to George. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Here's Achua. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, length, athleticism, Achua, tough matchup on the interior.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Miles McBride's checked in for the Knicks. That one misses for Achua. Doris, why is there so much parity around the NBA now?
Yeah, Kevin, I think the new salary cap rules have certainly contributed to what we're seeing in terms of that parity. Super teams are more difficult to assemble. The talent is more evenly spread. And obviously, it has made for a greater level of competition. What could be better?
Now, here's Maxey. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City.
He was also an excellent setup man as well. This guy was cutting the defense to shreds with incredible passing. Well, I'm telling you, this guy is doing everything he can to get them where they want to be. He's been on a mission in this period.
The kick out to Towns. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Now, here's George, covered by Achua. Pass to McCain. No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Achua. The dunk by Achua.
Well, such an explosive athlete. Achua off his feet in a hurry.
The 76ers trail by 11. Oubre outside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
First trip to the line for him here.
And his average at the line stands at about 79% right now. So solid numbers in that department.
Shoot 2.
First one falls for him.
Kelly Oubre Jr. entered this league as a dynamic athlete, excellent in the open floor, but give this young man credit. He's worked hard to develop the perimeter game that's absolutely critical to success.
Payne, he's checked in for Miles McBride. Now here's Brunson. He has 7 outside Towns. Back to Brunson. Inside. Here's Towns. It's hauled in by George. George has got 5 rebounds tonight. Hard against Maxey. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. Take a look at the Knicks. Holding on to second spot in the conference. A great season for them so far. And, of course, there's the 76ers. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And checking out New York, they've come through for their fans this season. All the optimism surrounding them, all the high hopes, all proved to be legit.
Well, how about the momentum they have built to get off to this fantastic start? All positive vibes right now for this group.
Comes up empty down low.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Payne finds Brunson. Pass to Hart. Brunson, left side. Towns. Here's McCain. The shot's good on the assist by George. McCain's got 5.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Here's Brunson. 6-point lead. The specter of injury seems to always loom over Paul George's career, Doris.
Well, Kevin, I think it's very hard for Paul George fans to take out of their mind completely that gruesome injury he suffered. But we've got to give this young man a ton of credit. He has managed his play and his health to a very high level and still one of the most gifted players this game has seen.
Now Maxey. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. Abu Saleh kicks to Oubre. Over Hart. Oubre can't get it to go.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder should he have moved it just one pass more.
And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Maxey. Here's a look at some of the stats for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Drummond's checked in. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for New York. Mikal Bridges comes in for Payne. Here's Towns. And it's sent back by George.
That's just staying with your man, anticipating what he's thinking, and great instincts on the block from Paul George.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
There's 1:26 left to play here in the second quarter. Drummond with a screen on Brunson. Here's Maxey. Brunson with some nice D.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
The problem is the defense has now allowed Karl Anthony Towns to establish the rhythm. Now you've got to double him or get it out of his hands because he's cooking right now.
Maxey passes to Drummond. Back to Maxey. Wants to get it to Oubre and does. Outside for George. Pass to McCain. Here's Maxey. Another miss by Philadelphia.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight. That one falls for Brunson. Some changes for Philadelphia. Embiid comes in for Drummond, and it's Butler in for Maxey. And both free throws good for Brunson. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Down by 12. Next game, they'll take on the Pacers in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. That's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Now, here is George. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
And so it's the New York Knicks enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They have been sharp from beyond the arc, putting on a terrific 3-point shooting display. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Coach. This team is still developing. What do they need to do to really reach their max?
Just keep working every day. Give maximum effort, great concentration, and play to win. Make winning plays.
Sounds simple, but I know it's not, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Hey, folks. First off, looking ahead to All-Star Weekend, let's see who's in the running to compete in the three-point contest.
One thing about this contest, it's very hard to win. Everyone's a great shooter. It comes down to who's hot and who's clutch.
And most of these guys have shown they can do both of those things here in the regular season. And fellas, bringing it back to our main matchup here. Through the first half, Karl Anthony Towns has been getting it done.
He is out hustling everyone on the glass, even his own guys in some cases.
Controlling the flow of second half chances on both ends. That can often decide games. He's putting in work. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through two quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
New York leading by 12. We've got Tyrese Maxey. Joel Embiid out there with Paul George. Then there's Oubre. And it's McCain in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Hey, Greg, since getting traded in 2023, Mikal Bridges' scoring numbers have exploded.
Yeah, Bridges, the main piece of that deal, sending Kevin Durant to the Suns. Mikal scored 26 a game down the stretch for Brooklyn that year, taking his game to another level.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for Maxey. And he can't hit the second. You've seen, Doris, Paul George's journey from role player to MVP candidate.
There's a reason, Kevin, Paul George is one of the most emulated players in the league with young people. His game is so well-rounded, and maybe his best attribute is his adaptability. Paul George is equally comfortable either being the lead man or, if need be, he can play with 2 or 3 other stars and still be effective. Really incredible.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin?
Wow. I love it, though, D.A. Got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you. The 76ers have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
Now, here's Hart. Robinson up top. Brunson outside. It's good. And there's a block called in the play. He'll get one free throw.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
This will be his 5th trip to the free throw line. And the free throw, no good. The 76ers trail by 14. Jackson with it. Hart covering. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the 76ers. On Saturday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Indiana, going up against the Pacers. Then on Sunday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And you know, for that matchup with Denver, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Reggie Jackson, one of those guys who does a little bit of everything, can score it, can be a setup guy, can play the one, can play the two. You love his versatility.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Pass to Bridges. Back to Brunson. Here's Towns with the shot. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's McCain. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. McCain's got his third basket of the night.
That's just heads up basketball, and Jackson scanning the floor, spots the ready shooter. Nicely done.
Hart kicks to Brunson. Pass to Robinson. Back to Brunson. Stolen. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. On the wing, Jackson. Defended by Hart. At the top of the key, Embiid. Just 5 to shoot. Back to George. Jacks up a 3. And Mikal Bridges pulls it down. Bridges has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Brunson against Jackson. Here's Towns. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on George.
Well, he's got moves and counter moves inside. Towns makes the defender pick his poison.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Towns.
Well, you love watching Karl Anthony Towns play, guys, because this is an offensively gifted big man. Can shoot with range. You can put him in the post, let him work back to the basket. He can put the ball on the floor. A lot to love on the offensive end.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants to talk to his guys.
And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Brunson. He showed up every night and some noteworthy performances over the last month. And he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And his floor awareness is undeniable. As you pointed out, top 10 in assists. And he's great at drawing the defense and making the perfect pass in stride. Pass to Embiid. Now Oubre, defended by Bridges. Oubre kicks to George. Embiid sets the pick for George. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Back to Brunson. Pass to Towns. New York moving it around. Lets the 3 fly. New York with a new 14. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
In the game, he shot 6 of 7 from the line. And that one misses.
Better than most centers from the line. Embiid exceptional with his hands.
The 76ers trail by 12. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. To the paint. Robinson with the block.
Wingspan, athleticism, verticality. Robinson with authority sends it back.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And Hart has it in the corner. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Brunson's got his 3rd assist on the night. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for New York.
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off for them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
The other thing that jumps out about their performance tonight, the amount of steals really pressuring those ball handlers.
The Knicks leading by 13. Pass to Brunson. Back to Towns, over Jackson. And it's Towns missing.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
And here we go, the fast break. Brunson's got it. Up again. It's good on the putback. And the Knicks lead by 15.
A big-time, soft hands, phenomenal putback by Karl Anthony Towns.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Embiid. For 3, Oubre. Another miss by Philadelphia. The Knicks have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the 3rd quarter. 4 of 8. Good. Bridges has got 7 points in the game.
Well, we know this. Mikal Bridges has the length and hops to score inside. Nicely done.
Philadelphia has gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the 3rd. It's deflected. And here's Brunson outside. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Oubre's got his 4th rebound in this one. Out to the right wing. Here's McCain. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. McCain's got 6 points in the quarter.
Oh, pretty on-point pass there by Reggie Jackson.
Brunson outside. Up top, Hart. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Here's Jackson. Pass to McCain. Back to Jackson. Embiid with it. Defended by Hart. Shoots from 8. This is where Embiid wants the ball.
I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
New York leading by 12. And here is Hart. He's got 8. Here's Bridges. Hart the pass to Bridges. Out on his own on the break. A nice shot by McCain. 13 points in the game.
You can see it. He's taking better shots, and the results are coming because of it.
The Knicks have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the 3rd quarter got underway. The ultimate glue player, Josh Hart. Doris, he plays way bigger than his listed 6'4" height.
I'm going to be honest with you, Kevin. This is the best rebounding guard I've ever seen in my career covering the NBA. Let's remember, he won a national title in college. He's willing to do absolutely anything to help his team win. You want this guy on your side.
And the first one at the line is good. Yabusele, he's checked in for the 76ers. And New York with a change here, too. Miles McBride's checked in for Hart. Both free throws good from Bridges. The 76ers trail by 12. Pass to McCain. Now here's Embiid. Guarded by Robinson. Basket counts. Embiid's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Well, no question. Joel Embiid is page 1 on the scouting report. Maybe page 2 and 3 as well. He is a handful.
Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see which teams made the most of their opportunities on the offensive glass this month. The 76ers number 1. The Knicks 4th.
The effort has clearly been there for both teams on the backboards, and you can see it showing up in terms of points off those second chance opportunities.
Philadelphia's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Pass to McCain. Embiid with the screen on Brunson. A nice shot by McCain.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
I think the communication on offense is working at every level right now. What a run for this group.
And here are the Knicks now. Philadelphia able to drain the three. Here's Brunson, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, one of the last guys you want to send to the free throw line, Jalen Brunson has proven he can knock these in.
Quentin Grimes is checked in for Paul George. And both free throws good for Brunson. The 76ers trail by 11. Here's McCain. 16 points for him. Pass to Grimes. Takes the three. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. 17 points was their biggest margin.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. Jackson looking around. High post, Embiid. Jackson setting the pick here for Embiid. Shot by Grimes. No good. New York leading by 13. Brunson outside. Pass to McBride. Embiid with the steal. Here's McCain. Defended by McBride. Here's Grimes. To the right side. Embiid, no good. McBride with the ball. He's got 6. That one goes. Count it. Here's McCain. Pass to Embiid. Here's Grimes. Defended by Bridges. Here's Yabusele. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Embiid with the screen on Brunson. Here's McCain. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. And Philadelphia making a change here. Butler's checked in. Achua, he's checked in for the Knicks. DeLon Wright comes in for Towns. Here's Brunson. 19 points in the game. 1:57 left to play here in the third. Bridges outside. And the rejection by Embiid.
He's so agile at 7 feet. Embiid covers a lot of territory.
Butler, no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Pass to McBride. Launches a 3. The shot's good on the assist by Brunson. McBride's got 11.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Here's Butler. Hasn't made one yet.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
They set the screen. The 76ers again can't hit it. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
There's a minute left in the third quarter of the game. Outside Jackson, pass to Butler. They could use a bucket. A three-pointer is right on target. Butler's got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball. Now McBride. He's got 11. And here's Brunson, defended by Butler. Here's McBride. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
Reggie Jackson just so crafty, right? He gets into the coverage and makes sure he draws contact.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here. The free throw drops for Jackson. And so Jackson nails both of them. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. McBride with the ball. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Wow, what a performance. And he's not just winning with physical ability, he's winning with anticipation.
He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game.
And with a percentage of 82, he's been one of their more dependable shooters from the line.
Now here's Brunson. 19 points in the game. The kick out to Wright. New York, no good that time either. Jalen Brunson has been on display for the Knicks. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We come back right after this. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And on the floor for New York here in the 4th, Miles McBride out there with Cameron Payne. Then it's Josh Hart. Then there's Achua. And it's Towns in at the center, locking down the middle. 6 to shoot. Butler deciding where to go with it. That 3 off the mark. The Knicks leading by 13. Over to the wing. Here's Payne. Trains it from beyond the arc. Payne's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for New York. And so here is Philadelphia. Embiid sets the pick for Jackson. Pass to Embiid. Towns with the defensive effort.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
McBride finds Payne. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And the technical free throw is good.
When Towns is healthy, he is an absolute force on the offensive end of the floor.
Gordon's checked in for the 76ers. Just over a minute played here in the 4th. McBride passes to Achua. 6 on the shot clock. Towns kicks to Achua. And the three off target.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Outside Butler. Up top, Embiid. Defended by Towns. Embiid dishes to Butler. Here's Grimes. Another miss by Philadelphia. The Knicks leading by 17. Payne kicks to Hart. Butler with the steal. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Pass to Embiid. The turnaround jumper. And it's good. 2 points. Embiid's got 27 points.
And Embiid being assertive offensively, wasting no time in getting that one.
Towns, a screen on Butler. McBride passes to Towns.
Clearly a foul.
The first one falls. And so he makes both from the line. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And it's Butler missing. And so it's Hart who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. And Embiid with the block. And it's out of bounds for the Knicks as New York retains possession. Now, here's Hart. Not a lot of room. 5 on the clock. Here's Towns. Nice shot from the wing. Towns has got 19 points.
And how about the efficiency from Towns? The shots he takes often fall well within the offensive game plan.
Pass to Embiid. Here's Yabusele. Puts up a three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Tries the spin move. Towns against Embiid. Towns down low. The rebound by Yabusele. Yabusele's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
And he makes the first. Robinson's checked in for New York. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. New York leading by 15. And here is Hart. Some nice passing by New York here. Just 5 on the clock. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And so he hits the technical free throw. Bridges is checked in for New York. Jalen Brunson comes in for Miles McBride. Towns finds Brunson. Back to Towns for 3. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
For New York, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Towns a screen on Butler. Brunson the pass to Towns. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And that's now 22 points for Karl Anthony Towns. The 76ers trail by 16. Here's Butler. Embiid, the pass to Grimes. Embiid sets the pick for Butler. Clock at 6. Here's Yabusele. His three-pointers off the mark.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Out to Bridges. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson. Brunson's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Embiid with a screen on Bridges. Here's Grimes. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down.
Well, they get it to the high percentage area, and then it all goes wrong from there.
Lets it go from deep. Shot by Grimes. No good.
Listen, that's a look he can hit, but right now he can't throw it in the ocean.
Butler with the ball. Hart covering.
Right here.
Hart against Butler. Pass to Grimes. Now here's Butler. He's guarded closely. Here's Yabusele. And it goes down 2 points. Yabusele's got 7 points for the quarter. The Knicks leading by 17. Outside, Towns. Brunson kicks to Towns. A three-pointer off the mark.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Embiid with a screen on Bridges. Here's Grimes. And he's good on the three ball.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
Brunson scanning the floor. Pass to Towns. This one for 3. And there's Brunson. That's good on the assist by Towns.
That's business right there. Jalen Brunson, the catch, shoot, and on to the next play.
Outside Butler. Here's McCain. Five to shoot. Towns with the steal. Pass to Brunson. Back to Towns. Brunson against Butler. Count that one. Brunson's got 24.
And you see the aggressiveness and the absolute refusal to be intimidated inside. Jalen Brunson, a big-time finish.
The 76ers trail by 19. Embiid with a screen on Hart. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. He's off on the first, so it's both teams making substitutions here. And he's good on the second.
He's forcing the action now, finally getting to the charity stripe after no freebies in the first half.
Brunson against Maxey. Robinson kicks to Achua. Pass to Brunson. 6 to shoot. Hart, wide open. He fires. The shot's good on the assist by Brunson.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Here's Maxey. And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. Right, you think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
Achua, the pass to Hart. Shoots over Oubre. Hart, no good. The 76ers trail by 21. To the left wing. From outside the arc. Brunson outside. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
You can see the work Jalen Brunson has put into his game. Boy, the three-point stroke has really come a long way.
Philadelphia shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Oubre kicks to George. Here's the floater. Rebounded by Hart. The Knicks have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. Brunson the pass to Hart. Robinson with it. Pass to Brunson. Shot clock at 5. And here is Achua. Count it. And that's now 8 points for Precious Achua.
The beauty of Jalen Brunson, you can play him at the 1 or the 2, but we know he's always going to put the pass on time and on target.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. Now Embiid. Now here's Oubre. Embiid with it. To end the run. And the dunk by Embiid.
And seeing a guy as big as Embiid being so fluid in terms of his movement, jaw-dropping.
The Knicks shooting straight 49% from the field. Brunson kicks to Hart. Back to Brunson. Pass to Achua. No good with the triple. It's George on the wing. Here's the drive. Out of bounds. New York takes possession. And the 76ers with a completely new group now. The Knicks also changing it up. Landry Shamet's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. DeLon Wright comes in for Bridges. And Miles McBride subbed in for Josh Hart. Here's McBride. New York, no good that time either. The 76ers shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for New York.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Jalen Brunson.
This guy putting on a passing clinic. If you want to know how to run an offense, roll back the tape from this evening.
Both shots good from the stripe. Well, a trend that we've seen over the past couple years is that the league is getting younger, Doris, than ever before.
And, Kevin, that's a product of players starting to train seriously at a young age. And what they're training is their skill level, handling, passing, and shooting. The key here is, do they have a nuanced understanding of the game? There is where the growth has to come, but it is definitely getting younger.
Here's Oubre after New York gets the 3. Outside, George. Oh, that's blocked. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth. Pass to Achua. Paul George with the steal. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Bucket is good.
You allow Paul George loose in fast break situations. He's an absolute force in the open floor.
Here's Wright. Out to the right wing. New York moving it around. Now, here's Achua. Guarded by Embiid. 6 on the shot clock. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. First free throw is good. He's off on the second. Now Oubre. So no problem for New York as they get the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Hey, thanks a lot, Carl. A lot of players got in on the action offensively. When you get it rolling as a team, how good can you be?
I mean, it's awesome, to get a chance to keep the defense guessing. We did a great job of that tonight. We did a fabulous job. We let our defense be our offense tonight, and that's when we were at our best. That's what happens.
It certainly was great on the floor tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Jalen Brunson.